Hello, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Consulate. Welcome to Guide for Autism. On this channel, I share different tips on how to help your child from home without needing of any therapy. So there are so many things that I talk about on this channel that has helped me in the past and has also helped different parents like you raising a child with autism. So if you are a parent out there raising a child with autism and you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe so that we get notified each time I upload a new video every single week. Have you ever felt scared or worried about taking your child in the public spaces, or for example, it can be park, it can be parties, weddings, shopping, or even taking your child at the friend's house? Why did you feel that way? It could be different reason. Maybe you are worried about how your child is going to behave. Maybe you are worried about how your child is going to cope with other children, the behavior wise. Especially some children with autism, they are quite a little bit aggressive, really hectic to manage them. Maybe that could be a kind of worries that you are having. Also, sometimes you may not even want to have someone in your home. Can be relatives, can be visitors, just because you don't want because you know already the nature of your child, the behavior and the struggle that you are going through. I just want to let you know that you're not on your own, but things can get better. Things can get better. So on this video, I'm going to give you a little bit of tips on how we can manage this and how we can support our children from home. Tip number one is letting your child enjoy himself around your home. That's the beginning of everything. So however, that will start with you. First, you need to be free in your mind. You need to be free from thinking about the struggle, the difficulties you are going through, and also how you normally run behind your child, preventing your child not to break anything around your home. So you need to be free in your mind so that your child can also feel free. Tip number two, most of the parents have realized they have some lockers everywhere in the house, stopping the children to access different areas in the house. Can be cupboard, can be knives, can be anything, can be food. So that's another thing that I would want you to work on, because everything starts with you. So now you can imagine you are living in a house, you an adult, and you can only have access to one thing, and the rest of the other rooms are closed, and you live in that house. You'll be just wondering what is inside that house. And I think one of the things I've realized, we underestimate our children, what the kind of things they could be thinking of or what's going through their mind. Trust me, there is no different on how yourself can think. So the more you leave everything closed, your child will have that curiosity of wanting to know what is locked in those cupboards. So one of the things I can advise you to work on is to open them, show your child every single thing that is inside those cupboards. And when you want to cook, ask your child, can I have cooking oil? Can I have a spoon? So your child know everywhere where those things are. Can I have a mug? Can I have a glass of water? You know, all those kind of things. So let your child live in a free environment. And that's why you see most of the time you will see that when a child lives in an environment where there is so much limitation, when they go out, they will want to explore more. And that's when, for example, you take your child in a store, you will see your child want to put everything on the floor, because actually it is so overwhelming. It is so overwhelming. They don't have this kind of access in their own home. So when they go out, it's a free environment. So that's another thing that maybe that you can work on, trying to introduce your child to everything that is around your house. It may take a little bit of time for your child to settle or to put everything on the floor, but the more gradually you do it, you work with your child is going to work with you and will understand the environment around them, which will make it easier when they go out in a public environment. Tip number 2 is about taking your child out. So once your child is already used to inside environment, your home, and take your child out, try to let your child be. Start with taking your child to the park, where your child can run behind the other children and play with the other children. I know the anxiety that can cause, especially if you think your child is a little bit aggressive or he doesn't know how to play well with the other children, but I just want you to trust yourself that the more you let your child play with other children and be with other children, the more your child is going to learn these social skills and be able to cope around children. Tips number 3 is about knowing your child's struggle and making social story about what your child is struggling with. For example, my son struggled in haircut, and I wouldn't let him have a hair grown without shaving it off. So I decided to make up a story, social story for him about a haircut. So the story has so many images, and so I made up a story and then I started reading for him. And because my child is able to read, and also give him a time, if I read one page, he read another. So we did this for a couple weeks for him to understand about the haircut. And now the next move I made is to give him the shaving machine for him to also shave off his hair, because he's not gonna do it properly. But it's a starting point of allowing your child understand this kind of things through social story, and also having his own experience shaving his own hair. So if your child is struggling with anything to do, it can be haircut, it can be dressing up, it can be anything about reading, about brushing their teeth, you can always make up a story to support them understand the benefits of doing that. Lastly, if your child is struggling food-wise and is picky eater, one of the things that you can do to help your child is to let your child get involved in cooking activities. Each time you cook, please allow your child to come around and cook with you. This is one of the simplest activities that are happening around your home almost every single day. So the more you engage your child in cooking activity, it's so exciting for your child, and your child is going to love it. And your child will have more access to try to different food that you are cooking. And also your child will feel more involved and taking a part in different activities that are happening in the house. For example, with my son, the day I introduced him to cooking activities, now there is no one else can cook with me in the house. He's got a younger sister, a brother who also want to do the same, but he won't allow them. He's a chef in the house. He's the one who will love to cook and taste all the food we are eating. So cooking, even if your child is not going to eat, cooking is the best activity where you can actually bond with your child and communicate with your child and do things together. So that's all I can offer today. And please always make time to have fun activities with your child. Make a time, at least even if it's 5-10 minutes per day, make that time for you and your child, so that you can do anything together. You can choose an activity for yourself, you choose, or for your child is going to choose. Just make sure you offering your child at least start with 5 minutes per day. If you see that it's going well, then increase to 10 minutes. If it's going well, make it half an hour or an hour. It depends. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like the video, please do a thumbs up on this video, and also subscribe on this channel so that we can always keep supporting children grow in loving and supportive environment. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my next video.